Welcome to Pai Pai, where we serve up a slice of everything you love. Don't forget to subscribe and grab your slice. When I think back to my days working a 9-to-5 job, it's almost surreal. I was living what many people would consider a stable life. I had a steady paycheck, benefits, and a clear routine. Every morning, I would wake up at 7 a.m., gulp down a cup of coffee, and head to the office. On the surface, everything seemed fine, but beneath that facade, I felt an unsettling sense of restlessness and dissatisfaction. I was caught in a cycle that felt monotonous, like I was just going through the motions without any real purpose. Each day blended into the next, and I found myself daydreaming about what life could be like if I dared to pursue my passions. One particular day stands out as a turning point for me. It was during a routine meeting when a colleague shared his story about pursuing a passion project outside of work. As he spoke, I felt a flicker of inspiration mixed with envy. I realized that I had dreams of my own, aspirations that had been buried under the weight of my daily responsibilities. I wanted to explore new ideas, dive into creative projects, and break free from the confines of my desk job. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks. I was not living the life I wanted, and I needed to change that. That moment ignited a fire within me. I began asking myself the hard questions. What if I never take that risk? What if I keep waiting for the right time that may never come? The more I pondered these questions, the more determined I became to take action. I started envisioning a different future for myself, one filled with excitement, creativity, and fulfillment. But the thought of leaving my secure job filled me with fear and anxiety. How would I pay my bills? What would others think? Could I really make a living doing something I love? After weeks of internal struggle and sleepless nights, I finally made the bold decision to quit my job. I remember the day I handed in my resignation. My heart raced, my palms were sweaty, and I felt a mixture of relief and terror. It was like I was standing at the edge of a cliff, ready to leap into the unknown. I still recall my boss's surprised expression when I told him I was leaving. He wished me well and told me it took courage to follow my heart, which only fueled my determination. In that moment, I felt an incredible weight lift off my shoulders. The initial months after quitting were a whirlwind of emotions. I was both exhilarated and terrified. With no steady paycheck, I had to hustle and adapt quickly. I focused on my passion projects, poured my energy into creating content, and explored opportunities one had always dreamed of pursuing. It was a tough transition, and there were days filled with self-doubt and fear. But amidst the uncertainty, I also found a sense of freedom I had never experienced before. I could set my schedule, work on projects that excited me, and invest in my personal growth. During this time, I discovered so much about myself. I realized I was more resilient than I had ever given myself credit for. I learned to embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. There were moments when I questioned my decision, those sleepless nights where I wondered if I had made a huge mistake. But I quickly reminded myself of why I took the leap in the first place. I craved a life filled with purpose, creativity, and excitement. I wanted to feel alive again, and this was my chance to reclaim that feeling. As the months went by, I began to see the fruits of my labor. I started to build an audience, connect with like-minded individuals, and create content that resonated with people. The more I shared my journey, the more I realized I was not alone in my struggles. Many others were facing similar crossroads in their lives, yearning for change, but feeling trapped in their comfort zones. My story began to inspire others, and that motivated me even more. I was no longer just creating for myself. I was building a community and sharing valuable lessons that could help others navigate their own journeys. Reflecting on this experience, I've learned some key lessons that I want to share with you. First and foremost, life is too short to settle. If you feel unfulfilled, it's okay to explore other paths. Don't be afraid to dream big and pursue what sets your soul on fire. Second, take calculated risks. It's natural to feel scared, but sometimes the biggest rewards come from stepping outside your comfort zone. And lastly, always remember to follow your passion. Pursuing what you love can lead to a more fulfilling and joyful life. So, to anyone out there who might be feeling stuck in a 9 to 5 job or contemplating a big change, I want you to know that you have the power to take control of your life. If I can do it, so can you. Don't let fear hold you back from pursuing your dreams. You never know what incredible opportunities await you on the other side. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope my story inspires you to follow your heart and take that leap of faith.